And I'm back with another Denizen set commentary. This time, it's a relatively recent set I had against Pepsi, who always changes his name, hence the Kendall from Big Time Rush. But I was playing a Beowulf Eliza team, which is something I've kind of been working on, but is still very unpolished. So expect to see some slop, but it was closer than our usual sets, so might be a good one to see. So we both back off at the start. Pepsi's spacing out his jump heavy punches a bit better than me, but he's not really getting much out of making me block, and he falls into my Sekhmet assist. I don't get a conversion from it, and I decide to go ahead chairless, see if that helps me out. He punishes my chairless sweep, but doesn't manage to get his full conversion. I get both characters, but I don't think I'll be able to do a happy birthday combo. So I'm chasing him down. He obviously wanted his chair back, and I don't think that was a punish low. I think that was just him trying to up back after his blocked blitzes. Goes for an air throw reset. I've seen it before. He does have a burst bait variant, so it was a mix-up. That was a questionable tag from me. He gets a nice punish from it, but doesn't connect with the A-train. It is a bit tricky in the corner with that situation, and that's a nice incoming with the straight-up blitzer. Of course, it knocks down on trade, and also he can make it relatively safe since he has multiple iterations of it. And it's looking pretty dire for my Eliza. I do L spiral to keep myself safe, but he obviously hasn't practiced that situation. So I get to continue pressure even though I'm minus. I go for a low reset at 235 on Dizzy, saves a bit of damage, and he doesn't fall for the burst bait. And that's my Eliza dead. Okay. So, definitely a lot of slop in that. But you could see that he was getting some good advantages just with his character comfort. But he wasn't quite aware of my Eliza tactics. So, I was coming out relatively well in those situations. Of course, the Sekhmet counter call against Big Band is very strong. I'm trying to avoid jumping in the air too much against his A-train. We'll see if that comes into play later on. We're both opting for chair on. I'm guessing that's just so that we can zone with jump heavy punch as much as possible. Bit of a lucky trade there. And I don't get much out of it, and he comes down with jumping light kick. And there's the conversion he tried last game, but failed. Does manage to get it this time and just goes straight into supers. Probably a good option given that Beowulf has some health to regen. Plus he'll have access to the extra hype later on. Good parry there. Doesn't buffer in an action afterwards. He could probably throw or even beat extend. And his timing on block there wasn't quite enough to beat out my L spiral. Going for the full combo. I'm guessing level 3, and then, yeah, so I'm doing that right before max on Dizzy so that I get as much damage as possible. Might even be able to kill here. Not quite. So at full on Dizzy, I'm not going to be able to get much damage, so I'm probably fishing for a burst bait. And there it is. He's not too familiar with this character, so it's understandable that he doesn't know the points at which I would go for one. And I'm hoping this background music doesn't get us blocked again. It's a nice little jazz album that I found just from YouTube recommendations. Okay, gets both characters. Beowulf's kind of hard to combo both on though. Okay, so I get to start the Oki with the less powerful slam, but I've got the hyped one now, so I get the full knockdown, but he's quite used to it, obviously. I'm pretty sure that Blitzer crossed up. If not, it's still nasty because it looks like a cross up. And he's got to be looking to get Beowulf out, I'm assuming. In that same situation where he drops the point character, and because Blitzer, you can't really stop what you're doing safely. He just gets caught by that chairless arm. Good stuff out on the assist there. He would have been locked down in the corner if he had blocked it. Instead, he manages to catch me and probably kills Meterlist here. Yep. So a single hit will easily kill. I probably need a reset at least. Wow, okay. I don't think that was a counter hit. It may have caught him on landing frames, but very lucky that I didn't get caught by the symbols. I dropped the combo after the level, after the level 3. I think it is possible to pick up, but just picked the wrong DP. Yeah, and that should be a dead big band with Sekhmet Super.
We are done here. Gentlemen and ladies, is a shot.
So we both go for the crouch heavy punch opener. It's something that Big Ben Pro 69 advocated. Probably not so much advocating it this mirror match, but just the fact that it connects and you can combo after it from round start is powerful. And I'm really finding a lot of use out of this Sekhmet assist. The fact that Beowulf is the kind of character to throw out a big hitbox as a way to prevent you coming in on him at neutral means an armored lockdown is just super strong. Managed to snipe him out of the air with the Blitzer, but I don't get the full knockdown, and I'm not able to lock him down quite yet with my somewhat new Beowulf. That probably could have been a snap if he'd done a ground normal after the OTG, but just mistimed it. And a bit of hesitation there. Okay, land cancel throw, that's not too bad. I'm not sure who would be in frame advantage, but I obviously wasn't confident enough to press anything. I would say if he's able to cross under, he'd be able to kill with level 3. But it didn't matter anyway, so... God damn, that does so much damage. Okay, this time we were both backing off. I'm assuming we wanted to punish each other if we went for crouch heavy punch again. This time I noticed that my assist is coming in, so he would be blocking, so I go for the throw, bring him into the corner, fail my conversion. You can actually get a hypeless finisher conversion with that assist. And nothing really on the wake up there from me. Sekhmet almost stuffs him up by body blocking there. And that's the full knockdown again. This time he doesn't block cross up. Good blocks on the overhead, but doesn't manage to switch blocks early enough. And I get the full command grab mode. Yeah, and predictable air pressure against Beowulf is asking for trouble if he has meter. Just because he can safely, well, relatively safely super out and punish you if you're coming in from the air. That should be a dead big band there.
Player 2 is best. Win, or Siberia is waiting. Break them.
Okay, gets caught low with the chair toss L. It does have quite a long range and a good knock up to convert into a combo. This time manages to get his full taunt combo into finishes, but messes up his reset. And I'm a bit sloppy on my corner pressure there as well. Let him get out and get 2 hits. No taunt there, assuming he was not quite confident enough. Or maybe he thought he had hype, actually. So he went for the Grendel killer, thinking it would bounce, I'm assuming. I think it's probably a wise decision for me to be going for these air resets against Beowulf, just because he has so few options. I need to look into that crouch heavy punch conversion against Big Band. I know medium blitzer works against Valentine, but it seems to whiff a bit on Big Band. So I'm struggling a bit in neutral there, not really knowing what to do without chairless, or without chair on heavy punch, and he's just able to keep me out with symbols and threaten when he's on the ground. I assume one way I could be approaching that is threaten with chairless sweep, or maybe look for something to punish with arm, like if he whiffs symbols or something. Okay, no happy birthday combo there. But I'm catching him with these armored normals a fair bit. Go for the full knockdown. And then a command grab to get my chair back. And I'm just getting more and more blitzer happy. A bit of a safe jump there. I don't know if I meant to do that. I really shouldn't be getting pressure after a blocked blitzer against Big Band, because he can like parry option select, he can just mash throw, that sort of thing. Now, these crouch heavy punches with chair off seem to be hitting him quite a bit. I think he's just not quite expecting me to connect from that far away. That's a conversion I haven't seen before. I'll have to look into the timing on that assist call. So that was like call Sekhmet, get an air throw, and then just let go of the controller, and the body slam converted. Interesting.
Gentlemen and ladies, is a shot.
It looks like the assist body blocked his blitzers there, and mine managed to win out. And he's also switched to brass, I'm assuming because he's really feeling the pressure from this armored assist I've got. Again, my crouch heavy punch is wreaking havoc. And I managed to come in after lockdown, get a good mix up there, and that might be dead if I get a full combo. Which it doesn't look like I have yet. Yeah, there's that crouch heavy punch conversion again. I guess just H-hurl is probably the best option there. I'm not sure what I was going for there. Maybe assuming he'd be trying to escape the corner. A good set of jabs there. I don't usually staircase people down like that, but it's probably a good idea just to avoid getting push blocked out or PBGC'd. So obviously that reset I went for isn't well suited to Big Man since he was just walking away and it whiffed. Ideally I'd want him to block something so that I can get a further mix-up. I think that was the final game of the set.
Now, message from propaganda minister.
I think it really did come down to armored assist, not knowing the range of my armored crouch heavy punches, and a couple of times he wasn't converting from his hits as much as he should have. He does have good conversions into A-Train, but his Vortex game isn't as polished as it could be. Anyway, I hope that was not too bad of a commentary. I'll see you guys next time.